health management and disease control in a chicken coop or a chicken house or a chicken farm. What strategies do you put in place to prevent your birds from being attacked by viral, parasitic, and bacterial diseases? 1. Biosecurity. I am saying biosecurity because I'm assuming that you are giving your birds vaccines. You have a vaccination schedule. But it's not good to assume. Let me just say generally, it's not good to assume. When you want to make sure that you raise healthy chicken free from diseases that are not going to get exposed to diseases, and you are going to have antibiotics day in, day out in your farm, first thing, make sure that you source your birds from a reputable source. Okay? And a reputable source means someone that is raising F1 generation chickens. F1 generation, first filial generation, the offspring of the parent stock. The offspring of a parent stock has what we call hybrid vigor. This bird has exceptional traits which include very resistant to diseases, has food inefficiency, it takes less food and turns that into flesh and muscle very fast, meaning it has low food conversion ratio. This type of bird, the F1 bird, also grows uniformly, like these ones. When you look at them, these ones are F1 generation, Improved Kienyeji chicken. They grow uniformly. There are no cases of a small bird, a big bird, and even if there's a small one, the difference is not that big. So, to make sure that you raise healthy chicken, first of all, source the bird from a reputable source, from hatchery. Because birds that are sourced from hatchery are already vaccinated against Marek's disease from the hatchery. Some also give them Gumboro vaccine in the hatchery. After you do that, the hatchery is going to give you what we call vaccination schedule. Vaccination schedule is a calendar that is going to show you when to vaccinate your birds against which kind of disease. For example, in my case, I get these birds from the hatchery when they have been vaccinated against Marek's and Gumboro. Gumboro is the infectious basal disease. It's called Gumboro informally. So I get them when they have been vaccinated against Gumboro and Marek's on day one in the hatchery. When I bring them here, I vaccinate them against Newcastle disease and infectious bronchitis (IB) on day 12. On day 21, I vaccinate them against smallpox. After that, these my birds are good to go. These are hardy breeds, Sasso F1. These birds come from France, Sasso F1. Okay? They are very hardy. Once I give them that vaccination, they are good to go. What I now have to do is to have biosafety measures in the farm to ensure that I don't bring diseases in the farm, to ensure that birds do have less contact with the people, and limiting the people entering your farm. Not even limiting, if possible, don't allow people to come to your farm. I don't allow people to come to my farm, and I have no apologies about that because the risk is too big. I can't gamble with that. The risk of exposing all these birds to their disease, if I weigh that against the benefit I'm getting from someone visiting or picking some birds, it's too much. I can't gamble with that. So you do that to make sure that you prevent birds from getting exposed to diseases. So assuming you get your bird from a reputable source, and assuming that you get F1 chicks, and also assuming that the hatchery gave you the vaccination schedule, what do you need to do to practice this thing that I call health management and disease control of the farm? This is what you do. Let me show you. This is what you do. Come, show them. This one is called foot bath. This is very important. The foot bath is very important. This foot bath has disinfectant. I'm using Biosafe, but you can also use BSLG. So this foot bath So it's what is going to determine whether your birds are going to die, all of them, or they're going to survive. Because wherever you are walking outside, come close. Whenever you are walking outside, you don't know where you are going, you don't know the things you are stepping on. You are stepping on the droppings of goats, cows, even wild animals. When you come in and you don't disinfect your feet here to get here, the birds are going to ingest those things and they're going to expose to diseases that you never treat. Food bath stays here for 7 days. Then it is replaced. Like this one we are going to replace today. You see it is almost over. We are going to replace it with fresh disinfectant. So when you do that, you are going to raise healthy chicken like mine. I am proudly raising very healthy chicken. And by the way, you see, when you look at these birds, these birds have never been sick since they were brought here. These birds are 65, 67. These birds are 67 days old, 2 months, 1 week old, and none has ever been sick. None has ever been attacked either by Gumboro, Newcastle, Marex, except one bird that seems to be having smallpox. And I'm going to tell you why. When these birds were being vaccinated against smallpox, I was away. I'm not blaming people who were around, but it happened. They told me that there was one bird that slipped their hand and it was not vaccinated. Now, it turns out that that bird has been affected by smallpox. And when you look at that bird, I want to look for that bird. That bird is small in size, is having stunted growth, and the signs and symptoms of the smallpox has started manifesting. I'm showing you that bird, this one. See, look at this bird. Look at the size. The bird is very small, despite the fact that judgments are bigger than it. Why? Because this bird was not vaccinated against smallpox. You can't get away with chicken diseases if you don't vaccinate. Please, don't compromise on vaccination. Don't look for shortcuts. Chicken farming is not cheap. If you can't afford vaccination, leave chicken farming, because you are going to expose your bird to some diseases that are going to result in stunted and slow growth. And if you are keeping that bird for chicken, that bird immunity has been compromised, the growth has been compromised, that even if you keep it for egg laying, it will not do well. The bird will not do well because the whole system, the vital organs responsible for growth, egg laying, have been compromised. So the best thing to do if your birds have been infected by a viral or bacterial disease, if you are keeping them for egg, just dispose all of them. Disinfect the chicken farm and the chicken coop, leave it without chicken for 1 month, then start afresh. But if you are keeping them for meat, you can gamble, you can treat them and wait for the market age, then sell all of them, and don't sell to someone who's going to keep them for egg laying or for egg laying, because you are going to transfer your problem to another farm. That one is an ethical practice, which is highly discouraged. Just dispose to someone who's going to eat. And before you sell birds, do not sell birds that are still having active antibiotics in the body. There's something called withdrawal period. Make sure that before you sell the birds, make sure that the antibiotics that you administered is already getting over. Make sure that the antibiotics is not in the body anymore, and there's a withdrawal period. So you will check those antibiotics. They always indicate when you should sell the birds after administering. If you sell the birds when you've just administered antibiotics, we are going to eat the birds, we are going to consume the antibiotics, and we are going to have some kind of lifestyle disease that we'll never be able to treat. So, see the repercussions, the consequences of not vaccinating your birds. This one, I suspect it's the one bird that slipped their hand and was not vaccinated against smallpox, because out of all these birds, only this one has smallpox and only this one is sick. That shows that it was not vaccinated. So do not take shortcuts with vaccinating your birds. So surely that's the only way you can have a healthy flock, and that is one of the strategies of raising birds that are healthy for human consumption and birds that are healthy for laying healthy egg for human consumption. So how do you prevent disease? I've explained, I can't explain it enough. Foot bath on the door of the chicken house. Also, foot bath should also be placed at the entrance of the farm. Even if a vehicle is entering the farm, let that vehicle be sprayed. Let the people occupy that vehicle properly disinfect their feet before they enter into the farm. Also, make sure that the wood shavings, you have a clean chicken house. Make sure that your chicken are living in a very clean house. Just practice good hygiene. Make sure that your wood shaving is 5 inches deep minimum. Like in our case, we usually put our wood shavings 5 inches deep. And that way, we are preventing a disease called coccidiosis. Coccidiosis is a parasitic disease that is caused by a parasite called coccidia. This parasite thrives in a dirty environment, dirty and wet environment. So this is how it happens. Come. See this water. See this water. When this water pours on the floor, it pours on the wood shaving. The wood shaving that is probably having droppings. Then these birds will drink that water. Okay? When they drink that water is likely is carrying coccidia parasite, which causes coccidiosis. For example, this drinker, if these wood shavings get into the drinker, and the wood shaving contain chicken poops, and birds ingest that water, drink that water, they're going to be exposed to coccidiosis. Okay? Another thing is to make sure that your chicken house is well ventilated and aerated. A chicken house must have 2 openings. It must have one opening that is bringing in fresh air and one opening that's getting out ammonia-filled air, like in our case. You see, we have 2 sides. This side that is facing this side and this other side. So one side is an inlet and one side is an outlet, in no particular order. When wind comes from this side, it brings in fresh air, and that fresh air fills in the house, and the ammonia-filled air leaves the house through the other side, and vice versa. Okay, so that's one of the ways you make sure that you have healthy chicken and prevent your disease, and you prevent your birds from being infected by diseases. And that is why at our farms we practice maximum biosecurity, and we never encounter such diseases. And also, I administer concussion to these birds so that I build their immunity, so that they are able to defend, so that their body can be able to defend itself from being attacked by diseases, and also to treat a disease that may have got inside their body but is not manifesting it. So concoction, you can make a concoction with things like ginger, garlic, lemon, aloe vera, and paipai leaves. So I think that is all. If you are watching this, if you are here for the first time, thank you for joining, and don't forget to subscribe. For all of you who have been here, thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you very much for 1,000 subscribers that we got in less than 3 months. It only means that we are doing a wonderful job and the community is growing. Thank you very much. Lots of love.